What's up, guys? I'm Josh.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Rendrell.
And welcome to Let's Plays Animes,
the channel where we covers
anime, animations, and video games.
Woo!
And welcome back to our 6th My Hero Academia episode. If you guys have been following along so far, thank you guys so much for supporting. And we wanted to thank you guys especially for getting us to 100 subscribers. Yay!
I lost my earring? But in all seriousness, guys, thank you very much. You guys are amazing, and we really appreciate you all.
Yes, we seriously do. Anime plays a special role in our lives personally from when we were little. It's all inspirational and stuff. It's just nice to share that experience with you directly from our raw reactions, you know?
And thank you guys just so much personally. If you guys have come from, my other channel, or thank you guys for sharing the feeds or the posts that we do either from the Instagram account or from my Facebook posts or stuff like that. There's been a lot of you who have come out with like really heartfelt comments and stuff like that. We've gained a lot of like heartfelt supporters in the last, few weeks, or not even few weeks, few days.
Few days, yeah.
That's like how short we've been doing this and how fast we're, growing. So thank you guys so much for the growth. And if you guys are new here and this is the first video that you're watching, you just randomly found yourself upon this video, be sure to subscribe and click the bell button down below so that you can let us know, or we can let you guys know when our content goes live. Sorry guys. And be sure to like the video if you like the video.
And please make sure to follow us on Instagram, Let's Plays Animes.
And be sure to share with all your amigos.
But with that being said, let's get into episode 6.
Yay!
Woo! Funimation. Oh yeah, this was dope as hell.
Even if I have a lot to learn, I'll focus on what I can do right now.
Nani?
Sublife.
Sublife. Turn that shit on. What is that?
Well, that was awkward. That was dub, not sub.
Sublife.
Let's get into the real episode. Let's go.
So much better. Oh. Take number 3.
It's okay. We're good. I'm ready to go out. Let's go. My boy Midori is a beast. 705.3 meters.
What, you got that iPhone 5S? That shit small as fuck.
Huh? He's like, what? Wee.
Woo!
Wee.
Finally.
Her fangirl.
Oh, she was rooting for
Her
him.
She's so
fangirl. His
cute.
fangirl. Oh! I'm tired of him.
I've been shook.
He always looks so stressed constantly.
Oh yeah, this is his first time seeing his powers. Oh shit.
Dang.
He's
Snapped
so...
him back so quick.
The first teacher that actually interferes with the bullying.
No, right? That's interesting.
See, he have dry eyes.
Effect goes away when he blinks.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
That
First time he's seeing him as comparison.
boy.
I'm a boulder,
Episode
bitch.
I
six.
feel stressed.
Rage,
I
you
feel
damn
stressed
nerd.
looking at Bakugo's face. I swear.
That's crazy. Imagine doing all that with a broken finger, like the pain. Ugh.
Why my homie got the biggest lips? Look at
Hey,
it.
that guy with the bird head looks cool.
Well, okay, well, what you got? What you got? What you got?
No.
Can't expel my boy on school day 1.
He's the main character. He's fine.
He's
Stop.
this man went manga mode.
He's still. How did both twin brothers with different hair
Some of
colors?
them are like obviously.
They do look alike.
They look just alike.
Only place to go is up. Literally.
Literally. So he
Wait,
said he's kidding because he didn't want to expel anyone in that class.
Yeah, can you feel
He was like,
potential?
I would have to expel the main character. Nah, just kidding.
He's like, oh.
Don't have the same personalities.
Or they don't have the same views.
Yeah, they're very different.
Yeah.
Cover girl is broken.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the drawback to her quirk?
Dying?
That makes a lot of sense.
That's
So
crazy.
she stimulates like your natural ability to heal. If you don't have enough natural ability to heal, you're just gonna die anyway.
It makes so much sense. That's so
Every-
smart.
Yeah. Everything have a con. You just like her with her blush cheek.
No, because she's so sweet. Like, you
didn't
can tell
tell
she's
you.
genuinely a sweet character.
Deku.
Aw, see? She's a positive. I like it.
Aww.
安心している時間はないぞ少年明日からが本番だ
Oh, what's tomorrow? Basic
Yes.
training.
Let's go.
私が
He's so
I think
extra.
Coming through the door
Like
looking
a normal
over.
person. How? You
They're
can
like,
never do that.
wow.
本当に先生やってるんだな
He's so extra. I can't stand him.
今日はこれ戦闘訓練
Battle. Oh, you trying to fight right now?
Combat. This man's excited.
こちら入学前に送ってもらった個性届と
Oh wow.
Nice. They're gonna have a dope ass
I
costume.
like how they just have him on the side of the wall in the classroom.
Yeah, my boy need to ditch the tracksuit.
For sure.
Nice.
Hey, they.
The music.
大切なことだぜ少年少女
Music's like they're all the shit now.
Let's go. My boy got his gauntlets that we saw in the opening.
自分は
Her outfit is so cute.
Baku's face is badass.
Ooh.
Where my boy Deku at?
So you gonna wear that?
Though I'm not about those bunny ears though. Yeah, I'm not really. About,
Oh no.
I'm not about the bunny part.
It's supposed to be like All Might Isu.
Yeah, but it looks like bunny.
Damn, it's showing her curves.
know,
I didn't know she got curves like that.
Why
She
did
looks
that
so
be?
cute.
I did not know she had curves like that. Ooh.
ヒーローが最高
He look like a grape. Ah,
He does.
look at the smile. Okay. So obvious. His is fire. His is my favorite.
ここは入試の演習場ですが
He
ま
looks
た試
like
合練習を行う
evil,
のでしょ
but
うか
That's
awesome.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he does. It looks like trans.
君らにはこれからヴィラン組とヒーロー組に分かれて
Ooh.
2対
Two on two
2
indoor battle.
勝敗のシステムはどうなりますぶっ飛ばしてもいいんすか
Can we beat them up anyway?
分かれるとはどのような分かれ方を
Y'all have too many questions. Let this man talk.
Is this game crazy?
開始
That's you. That's
Is
you.
this-
はそれを処理しようとしているヒーローは時間内にヴィランを捕まえるか核兵器を回収すること
I like how they explain everything just like a video game.
Yeah, same.
Ah,
I was
true,
thinking the
true,
same
true,
thing.
true,
I like how
true.
they animate
Like
it.
that.
Yeah,
It feels very. It's so quiet.
I know.
Hey!
Aww.
Ooh.
Ida and Bakugo.
That guy, I swear. What the?
Oh, that team looks cool. What
That's
is that?
interesting.
Team I, Team J.
すごい縁があるね
Aww.
こいつらだ
And
Of course.
いいコンビがヴィランだ
okay,
Let's go, let's
Team
go.
Midoriya hero, Team Bakugo
Of course, it's
villain.
villain versus hero. I mean,
That's kind of funny that Ida's gonna be a villain, considering like how proper he is and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Ooh,
fire, bro.
Bakugo's we ain't the same Deku no more.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
See that confidence in his eyes?
He hates it,
ヴィラ
boy.
ンチームは先に入ってセッティングを5分後にヒーローチームが潜
And
入
this
で
is
ス
kind
タ
of
ート
perfect
する
for him. Just losing himself.
Trick me.
そんな後が
この建物の
He overthinks a lot of things about
大
him.
変だねでもオールマイトってテレビのイメージと変わらんね相沢先生と違って罰とかないみたいだし安心してないね
In a way, Deku to
I like
Bakugo.
how his costume goes up. Like, that's cool. Doesn't wanna
Honestly, I feel like, you know, he admires Bakugo, but I feel like Bakugo kind of does the same to him. But he like,
Yeah, that's
also
his-
has a resentment. You know,
He
it's
doesn't know how
covered
to
in hate.
express it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
それでは A コンビ対
Oh, we
B
starting.
コンビによる
Let's go, boys. Yeah, All Might can't afford to play favorites
Yeah,
with the
but he
teacher.
is.
That must be
though.
hard for him though, because
Yeah.
they got a connection.
資格が多いから気をつけよ
A lot of blind spots. This building looks
Dang,
cool.
her outfit is
Cannot use 100%, boy. You gonna kill somebody.
今の僕の力と浦中さんの
I mean, you can just flick him with all.
With a finger, yeah.
I think even that. When you push to it
Oh, my boy came out.
right out Ida.
かすっただけ
Probably trying to take a different approach.
こらデク
Woo! Boy said, "Don't dodge."
ガッチャンが敵ならまず僕を殴りに来ると
He
メイ
look-
ドにぶっ飛ばす
Oh.
Oh.
Let's go, Midoriya.
She idolizes him so hard.
動きが読まれた
That workout on the beach, bro, brought that straight.
Yeah, he is stronger in physical strength too.
That
Yeah.
part though, because someone would like.
Oh, he said he usually starts with a big.
できたと思ってる
That's crazy.
Yeah, because
Because he's smart.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He have those books.
Woo!
Aww.
ないのデクじゃないぞガッチャン
I wouldn't even told him that though. I would have kept that a secret.
He changed it to what Uraraka said.
でもデクって頑張れって感じでなんか好きだ私
Best girl already.
Is he relies so much on his OP power
Yeah.
that he uses brute force and doesn't think it through.
That's why
I think
hate
he's
about
thinking
you.
it through, but just not rationally.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
But Deku, what?
No! No!
Y'all do this every time.
No, but like this one seemed extra fast. Like this one seemed like 5 minutes. Like it did.
They do this every time.
Well, you know what you do every time. No, I'm just kidding. But
We were like so invested though.
But-
Yeah,
No.
that's all. Yeah.
but no.
Dang.
Oh, are we lag?
Yeah, that's a
right
little
now?
bit. That's fine.
But no, what was I gonna say about Deku and Bakugo? Oh, what I was saying is I feel like Bakugo is really impulsive, and even though he might think about stuff and he's not stupid, his like brutality makes him kind of ignorant in situations, and he's so used to having such a powerful power, he thinks that his power is gonna get him through the
Yeah.
situation, but like Deku was used to not having anything, and All Might had to make him strong physically. He's already intelligent, so he's like, his stats are up when it comes to like intelligence and I guess physical power, like his body, but not so much his quirk, because his quirk is still kind of a liability in a lot of ways. So that's interesting because they balance each other out in that way. So it's
Yeah.
cool to see that come into combat.
I'm hyped for both. Like, both of them are my boys now. So literally, like, I was hyped for Bakugo coming out with the explosion, but that judo flip was also very nice because it was very unexpected. Like from a character like Deku to just like step up.
Yeah.
But it showed us a lot about the progress he made. You know.
Oh. Even if this, I'll give it my all. Not to embarrass the name of the hero family.
That's crazy. His ice is on this red side.
I am extremely evil.
Up to sneeze.
Oh, Deku versus Kacha. Okay, so the next episode is going to be purely based on them versus each other. Go Beyond plus Ultra. That is crazy. Yeah, but like we were saying before, like that judo flip was insane from Deku because like obviously we did not expect that, and Bakugo most definitely did not expect that.
Sure.
And like I like how like everything in My Hero Academia is like very thoroughly explained, which is crazy because like he was like, how did you read my moves? He was like, is he reading me? And then he flipped him, and then he like while he's on the ground, he's like, yeah. I know that you always start with the right punch. Like ever since like high school, and like when somebody reads you that accurately, that you like always like follow a certain motion or you always do something, like that makes Bakugo even angrier because he realizes that like he's being read and he probably doesn't take into account that he always has habits to do certain things. But kind of on Deku's part, that might have been a mistake telling Bakugo that because like now he's gonna try to like switch it up. And maybe Deku like won't be able to read him as accurately as he did before.
That's what I'm saying.
These two are honestly like the perfect rivals. In my opinion, they're the perfect rivals because they literally balance each other out, and I feel like they're gonna help improve each other the more that they come into contact, like they did just now in that one small moment, you know. So.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like, what was your favorite part, Randall?
Man, my favorite part is those outfits. I ain't gonna lie. Every outfit is lit.
Them outfits, though.
It was really fun, though.
That's
to
my
see
favorite
them
part.
Come out.
Is to seeing their costumes to match with their powers and everything. Yeah, all of them look really dope.
And they have their personalities kind of mixed in, like freaking naval laser guy. he has the most dramatically like Prince Charming fairy tale outfit
his
you could
cape,
possibly
though.
have.
Yeah, he's like,
but his cape though.
And he flaunts it. Yeah, I just love seeing that.
Yeah, so me being into fashion, I like seeing that. The concepts of these costumes are really dope. So that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I definitely think that the outfits were really cool for Bakugo and Bakugo and Ida, because it looks like Ida's is more like it. You could see that Ida has like those kind of like pipes that come out the back of his. So maybe
it seemed like steam would come out.
Yeah, maybe like
the
that. Outfits are not only to make them look cool like heroes, but also to enhance or balance out some kind of weakness of their quirk.
Definitely.
So
that's definitely what's going on.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool to see that. Definitely like I freaking like the My Hero Academia writers and the directors of the episodes definitely know what they're doing, because like when they stopped the episode right there after that judo flip, I'm like,
yeah,
really? Come on.
Yeah.
Cliffhangers every episode. Really?
Yeah, literally, like they really know how to like hook you in an episode and then just drop you at that point.
Keep it rolling.
You're falling off the cliff now. Like, we're just gonna leave you here, and we'll see you next week. Like that's literally what they do every single time. So that's crazy. What were like some other parts of the episode? Like obviously, we found out that Aizawa, the teacher, he's like actually a caring teacher. Like he was like kind of introduced as like an a-hole. So we thought that he was like an a-hole, but he's actually revealed to be caring. He just doesn't like letting people think that they're gonna become heroes when he doesn't think that's realistic.
Yeah, and then he'll just expel them if you don't see a potential in that person.
And that reminds me, speaking of him, we got to find out through him and then through the nurse that these quirks do have very real cons. Like if they're, I feel like the more powerful they are, the more powerful the con. Just like, the nurse uses a certain amount of your body's actual stamina to heal you, and that could mean your death in certain situations if you don't have enough of that. That's very concerning,
That's crazy.
And then Eraserhead, he has to keep his eyes open the whole entire time that he's using his quirk, even though it's so powerful. Like, I mean, how long can you really keep your eyes open?
Right.
You know, like, he's got to train hard for that, and even then, there's a limit physically to that. So, you know, it's really interesting because we were introduced. They made that a very obvious introduction in this episode,
and that will make fighting scenes and situations really intense because, man, is he really going to use his power right now? But if he
does this,
if he does that,
the
then exactly, and that's really cool. Or it'll be more in depth or deeper when it comes into play.
Yeah, they were also talking about how, like, I know Marissa brought up, like, the nurse and Aizawa, or Recovery Girl, and Eraserhead, I think is his hero name.
Yeah, right.
So, Recovery Girl, like, just thinking about the characters on a personal level, like, that kind of makes you really think about what scenarios you should be using your quirk in. Like, Recovery Girl, if I was Recovery Girl, if I knew that it took not my stamina, like, it's not taking stamina from me, it's taking the person that's already injured stamina. So if someone's, like, on a grave like injury, or they have a grave injury and they're, like, close to death, you really want to consider using that because your power could be what kills them. So it's like, should you take the approach of having someone heal them naturally through natural causes and, you know, put them on life support and do all this stuff? Like, sure, you can help them along the way. Once they get better, they rest up, they get more stamina, but you don't want to, like, absolutely use it in the moment because we think that her power is just broken, heals all injuries, but, like, you literally could kiss someone with, like, a wound in their chest and, like, they don't have enough energy to heal themselves, so that just, like, makes them die instantly. And so that's, like, a crazy drawback, and would really, if I was Recovery Girl, would really make me think about whether or not I need to be using that quirk as frequently as it seems like she does. But that also shows that the younger the person you use it on, probably the better the quirk works, which is probably why it's better that she's a school nurse. Like, she picked her profession really well. She's like a school nurse for high school students. Like, they're really young. They have a lot of vitality and energy already. So no matter usually what injuries they sustain, she probably should be able to heal them and then have enough energy to not, like, die. If it's like an old person, they probably don't have as much vitality. If they took, like, an injury like Midoriya does with his arms and his fingers, like, it'd be way harder to heal them. And then also Aizawa was talking about how he has dry eye, so it's obviously a lot harder for him to keep his eyes open and I just want to see how that plays out in a fight. Like, you know, how long can you be, like, you know, without blinking? Like,
I know one thing, he won in that staring contest shit.
Right. Because it's definitely, like, even for, like, us, like, the reason that we can keep our, like, even when you do, like, a staring contest with someone in real life, the reason why you can keep your eyes open as long as you do is because there's moisture in your eyes. So if he has, like, dry eye, it's definitely, he needs to blink a lot more to be, like, okay. Right. And just to, like, not have his eyes be burning from being open, you know what I mean? So, definitely, I mean, I guess if he makes the blinks really short and he's, like, looking at someone negating their powers and they blinks really quick and it's still looking at them, but, like, even if he's doing that, like, that 1 second that somebody gets their powers back, depending on how how powerful the quirk is, could be just enough for them to, like, completely overtake him or just use their powers to destroy his eyes or something like that. So definitely a very dangerous, like, game that they're playing with the consequences. But I really like that.
That's why he wears the goggles.
To prevent people from attacking
to keep his eyes longer, because I guess the goggles will hinder, like, any dust or...
That's what I'm saying, to protect his eyes.
Dust or light and stuff like that,
Or, like, anything, like, hitting it, too. Like, hitting his eyeballs, like, anything, you know, cutting it.
Or making his eyes drier faster. To make his eyes get dry faster. So I think the goggles, you know, help him in that sense.
Yeah, that's actually... And that's really cool. Like, I didn't really think about those points, but... It makes sense, and I'm excited because when we start getting into real combat, it's gonna be like really intelligent combat, you know, because this person negates that person, and this negates that, and this con comes into play.
I'm like, but what's the point of the goggles? But I think that would make sense.
I hope they explain that later. Honestly, that'd be a great point. I mean, but so far they've literally explained everything very shortly after we've asked about it. So it's just like last episode we were asking like, what is Recovery Girl's, like, downside, and then literally this episode at the very beginning they're like, this is boom, this is Recovery. And
I was just thinking, because it seems like every powers have some type of drawback, but in all honesty, does All Might have a drawback? Only thing that's drawing him back is that injury. But without that
he
injury,
has a time limit.
he have a time.
Well,
limit?
he has a time limit now.
Because
he's
of the
weaker
injury.
because of that injury. But like, he probably at the beginning, he probably just wasn't swole. And just like Deku, his drawback is that it's too powerful for the body to contain naturally. So probably at the beginning, like, that's a way that they can like overcome their weakness of their quirk. Because I believe that depending on what quirk you have, your weakness of your quirk can be overcome by training or by years or by.
That's what I'm saying. Because like
experience.
now, without that injury, I feel like he doesn't have any drawback if he never had that injury.
Right, exactly. Which is really cool. Probably why All Might was like the top hero for all these years, because he just is like Superman, has almost no weaknesses. Like there's no kryptonite to All Might. I mean, now his kryptonite is his injury. But like,
exactly.
if he had like no kryptonite, it's like Superman with no kryptonite.
Because right now, what's the drawback is because his arms get shattered if you use it. Deku or but that's his drawback right now. So I was just thinking about, what about All Might when he had it or have his powers?
I mean, the biggest thing that I honestly like about the show in general right now is that they keep it really realistic and real, even inside of an anime's confinement. Like, you don't see All Might being like Superman or being like Saitama from One Punch Man and just never getting injured. This man like is coughing up blood constantly. Like, even when he was dealing with the slime villain, he was like coughing up blood. He could barely transform. They're very real about like what it takes for him to go into battle. He doesn't just, he's not invulnerable. He's just strong. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like similar to Mr. Incredible, I guess, from The Incredibles. Like, he's strong, but he can still be injured. He's still human. He still has flesh and bone, and so that's why he's able to like have injuries. Like, I just hate when you have like a character that's just like OP as hell, and then like literally they never get injured. They never take any kind of like injury, and then you're literally just like, well, this character's broken, can never be beaten. Like, All Might can literally
but that's
die
legit Superman, because Superman seems like
broke.
He's so OP, bro.
Yeah,
but
and it's just like they had to add kryptonite to give him a weakness, but like when like a lot of the
that's why
characters that fight him don't have kryptonite ever,
and that's why I think the injury comes into play, because that is his kryptonite,
right?
And it's in the sense of that,
But it's just like he at the same time doesn't need kryptonite, because think about like whatever opponent that gave him that injury was fighting All Might at his prime, or like at his 100%, and still managed to injure him. He said that he won the fight, but he's still able to injure him. So All Might clearly wasn't invulnerable to that. Like, he just still took the injury, which is something that we need to think about as well. But with the next episode being called Deku versus Kachan, I really look forward to just a fight between the two of them. Obviously, like, Uraka and Ida are going to be there as well as their teammates, but I really hope that they confront the conflict that's just them, because it'll be cool to see like just a fight between them, especially with the way that they've started off with Baku coming at Deku straight on. Deku being like, I knew that you were going to come for me, and then he flips him on the ground, and Baku is clearly not happy about that. But Bakugo is also, he's not dumb, he's smart, so he's probably going to take that and instantly snap back and be able to fight and figure out ways to turn the fight around in his favor to where Deku doesn't expect it, even though Deku is also smart. So it's clear that seeing two smart minds fight each other is going to be very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
But yeah, with that, we will wrap up the video.
Yay.
And comment down below and tell us what you think. Was it a good idea for Deku to tell Baku that, I've been studying you, or you don't really care and it's not going to affect anything? So just tell us what you think.
Who had your favorite costume?
And what's your favorite costume? Because my favorite costume is Homegirl, because she look good.
All right. Well, anyways, before we get too inappropriate here.
In all honesty, my favorite one is what's his face with Optimus Prime, Ida.
Oh, Ida.
Ida.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah. That's my favorite one. If we talk about costumes.
Sure it is.
But yeah, guys, definitely let us know in the comments down below what you thought. Be sure to subscribe and share the video as well. And for those of you who are unaware of it, you can see like our full reactions, our bloopers, contest, and Discord, and all kinds of bonuses and stuff like that, and our Patreon down in the description below. So that is now a thing. So you guys can check out our Patreon down below.
And with that, we'll see you in episode 7.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.